What is up, Gamer Army? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Psycho Gamer. I'm your host, Aubrey, and today we're going to talk about a pinball machine that was announced earlier this year, but it didn't get released until the past month or so. We're going to take an in-depth look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pinball machine by Stern Pinball. So stay tuned, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Turn on the post notifications so you know exactly when I release new content. And stay tuned. You're going to love this. Alright, welcome back, guys. Like I said, today we are going to take a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pinball machine by Stern Pinball. So this game was actually announced earlier this year, but unfortunately due to issues that came up with COVID, production was kind of slowed down and they didn't get a chance to release until the past month or two. I've been wanting to actually do this video for a little bit, but I haven't really had a chance to with, life and, well, that's pretty much it, just life. So we are going to take a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pinball machine. First thing we are going to do when I switch over into the computers, we're going to take a look at a trailer. Unfortunately, they play a really good theme that most of us really love. Hopefully it doesn't get me flagged, so if you do end up looking at the video and it turns out to be muted, well, I just have to mute the audio then in that case. But until then, we are going to leave it up until I have to remove any kind of flag. So let's switch over to my computer, and we're going to watch that video first. There we go, I'm going to get rid of me.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power, they're the world's most fearsome fighting team. We really hit. They're heroes in the half shell, and they're green. Hey, get a grip. When the evil shredder attacks, these turtle boys don't cut him no slack. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Alright, so that is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade machine. Well, pinball machine. So, over here at Pinball News, it seems like they always do really good at showing pictures of every single possible angle of this particular game. Now, this was announced May 27th, 2020. But again, like I mentioned, they did halt production, or they slowed production down dramatically due to the actual COVID virus. They also did release a trailer or a video talking about the making of this game, floating around the internet somewhere. If I find it, I'll post it down below so you can take a look at it. I watched some of it. It was actually kind of cool. Originally planned to be announced shortly after the Texas Pinball Festival in March and shown in the Midwest Gaming Classic the following weekend, launch plans were thrown in the air by the impact of the coronavirus. Basically just what I told you. 2 shows were canceled and pinball manufacturing was shut down. Has returned. Stern Pinball has wasted no time kickstarting the delayed launch of Ninja Turtles, TMNT, of course. So there are 3 variants of this particular machine. And I'm going to switch back over so you can see me. There we go. So there are 3 different variations of this actual machine. You get the Pro, the Premium, and the Limited Edition. Limited Edition looks pretty cool, but there's only 500 different copies of this, or 500 different units that are going to be available. So first one we're going to look at is Pro, which is kind of your base model. Still looks really good. It actually has really nice art up and down the side. I think it's kind of cool that the coin device has the Ninja Turtles kind of peeking around it out of an actual manhole cover. So we're going to, basically, I guess you could say this is a 45-degree angle, or approximately 45 degrees. It does have a nice big screen right here as well. Your back marquee looks really nice with the art. Everything just looks amazing about this particular machine itself. Obviously, you can't forget the pizzas. And this is just a straightforward profile of it. Front of the Pro model. Artwork for all three models comes from a guy named Jeremy Packer, aka the Zombie Yeti, who has done art for many of their different machines, which include Ghostbusters, Deadpool, Primus, and Iron Maiden. I haven't done any videos on those, as you all know, as I'm still kind of growing my channel and kind of got into this a little late in the game. So maybe one day I'll do videos on those. Yeah, we'll see though. Don't like always going fully backwards. This is a picture of the premium model, which you can tell the art is a lot different. The backdrop is pretty much the same, other than it's got a little sticker there. Yeah, they did change the background a little bit though. You actually see Shredder here, and this part, Rocksteady, Bebop. Looks like you also have Krang. Got little Mousers all over the place as well. Up here you have April, Shredder, Krang, just not in his big mech suit. You have Splinter, and you also have all the other little Mousers coming around too. The design, I don't see it being much different physically, other than the coloring. I think what it is there's probably going to be some differences down in the mechanics of the actual game itself. So, again, the art, you got the turtles on this side, as well as that side. So it does look a little bit different than the other one on the sides. So we're going to try to go down here. This is the limited edition model. So they actually went kind of crazy with this one. The backdrop art, the marquee, is a whole lot different looking, as you can see. So they went all out when it came to this particular drawing. You actually have the turtle van, and the coloring is a lot different. They went full green all the way around the actual pinball machine itself. The speakers actually have green outlines on them, which could mean that they are going to be much better quality than previous ones. Now the price point is where it really stings you a bit. As you can see straight on, they've changed the art right around here. So you got the Turtles Incognito. So you do have the Technodrome up here, though, which is actually really, really nice. We're going to take a look at the playfields now. Let's see if they want to come up. And there's the pictures of all the differences side by side by side. So look at the playfield here. This is going to be the Pro version. Oh, premium models playfield. So it's got the pizza spinner right here. You actually have the turtle van. You have, looks like 2 or 3 different ramps going on here as well, which is pretty awesome. I do like the looks of a good pinball machine. I know a lot of these pinball machines I have been showing off recently are very expensive, but you know, when you start comparing these to, say, the Arcade1up machines that are fully digital, I kind of like the looks and feel of a regular pinball machine as opposed to what's going to happen with digital pinball machines. I can't knock any kind of digital pinball machines because they are still amazing devices. They just take a lot of space up and they cost so much money to get the full-size pinball. If we can get an okay form for about $500, like what Arcade1up's doing and some of these other companies like At Games, then so be it. But they are meant to be toys to an extent because they are for your full family. They're not for one guy to nitpick every single little aspect of it apart just because it's not a full real pinball machine. It's only supposed to give you a simulated feel of an actual pinball machine. Anyway, that's me getting off my high horse. Sorry about that. You see, first example of the playfield's bottom arch is black plastic on the Pro, black powder coated steel, and illuminated panels on the premium and limited editions. Limited editions also gets game design John Borg's signature above the instruction card, which hey, you can't argue with having somebody's signature in there. It does show your basic ninja instructions on how to play the game. In terms of some of these things, in terms of getting multi-balls, training, foot combo, episodes. And this is the limited edition one with the actual signature on it. That is the smallest signature I think I've ever seen in my life. That is crazy. All 3 different versions of TMNT are 3 flippered games. Third flipper, halfway up on the left side. There's difference in the number of balls installed in the models, with the premium and limited edition using 8 balls, while the Pro cuts that to 6. So they are limiting how many balls you're going to get on the different variations. 2 main flippers on the premium, and the upper flipper on the limited edition one. So they're kind of going all over the place with actual pictures here, which is okay. It's showing a bunch of different things here. Starting in the bottom of the playfield, 2 end lanes on the left side, with the outer lane also being the end of the left and right ramp return. Whew, that's a lot to say. Got Donatello right there, and got your baby turtles. 2 left in lanes and the ramp return. So yeah, these are left side right there, then when you screw up and your ball goes down. Left out lane can be lit for battle again. Above the left out lane is the layer target rather than individual targets. Either drop targets or stand-ups for each layer letter. It's long single target with leaf switches at either end, which adds a letter when any part of it is hit. Which is different. You know, I'm used to seeing some of these ones like 4 specific things that you can hit, 4 specific targets that you could hit to get some sort of a bonus. Lane access by a shot under the raised upper flipper. So this is basically drops right down from one of the actual lanes itself. And you start looking at some of these other ones. Above the left flipper is the left entrance to the orbit lane. So straight up there. Left ramp entrance. Straight up there is where you get your ramp there. Small upright stand-up targets either side. The Pro, the ramp sign only indicates when the ramp is lit for training, whereas on the Premium LE, it can build the glider value too. So you get a little glider there as well, which, as you can see with some of these other ones, they are going to have a glider, but I'm not sure how it fits on all of them. We'll see here. Left ramp disappears behind the back panel, merging to the right and crossing the ramp entrance to deposit the ball in the left inlane. Before the ball gets that far on the Pro model, there's a stop and score ball blocker, which operates on both the ramp return wire forms. So you can tell right there, a little bit different compared to that right there. That's actually going to have a glider there. So that's your premium model, not your Pro. You can definitely tell. So there's differences in what you're looking at. Blockers pulled down by a solenoid. Temporary stop the ball on the ramp. On the premium and limited edition playfields, there's a different glider device which allows the player to divert the ball, like I mentioned there. So the Pro doesn't have that, but your premium and limited edition versions are going to have a little more toy feel, I guess, to it, just with some of the other accessories they've actually got in there. Activated by pressing the action button on the block bar, turns one way or the other to divert the ball into the adjacent ramp return. 5 possible positions. Now the one thing I like there is the little pizza right there. So there is actually a magnet in the inside, and it actually spins around and around. Now if you remember by looking at the original trailer we looked at there, you can actually hit all sorts of different balls once you go into a multi-ball, and it can spin it around and then sling the balls, which is really cool. And that's where they're talking about to further randomize the ball's movement. So subtle difference between the spinning disc on the Pro and the Premium and limited editions. The Pro, the disc only spins one way. Premium and limited editions, it can spin either direction. So it can just go this way, or it can go that way or that way, whichever way it feels like it, I guess you could say. The motor and the disc mechanism is going to be much the same, but it will be different going from the Pro to the other two. So left to the right of the ramp, left ramp of the Ninja Pizza Parlor palette, or Ninja Pizza Parlor, 3-ball lock mechanism, which ejects balls into the left orbit lane. And you can see the turtle van back here, which from what I understand, you can load this up with balls and it actually shoots them all out once you get multi-ball set. Trick with the upper flippers, automatically raise to direct the release balls onto the spinning disc, which grabs them. So you can just smack that flipper out, and as you can see, it shoots them right over there to be grabbed. The party wagon, or the turtle wagon, depends on who you talk to. It's pretty much the same thing. Looks the same. It's another device that works differently in the Pro and Premium Limited Edition models. In the Pro, the wagon is a static device featuring a single ball lock behind it, whereas a Premium and Limited Edition wagon incorporates a 4-ball lock, with the balls being released in the Ninja Pizza parlor lane by the wagon door opening. So you can see the door actually opening right there, and the balls can actually come out, as you can see, and then they hit the actual pizza spinner. 3 pop bumpers fed by 2 rollover lanes to the top of the playfield. There's a lot of really good stuff in this particular thing. You see Krang right there just chilling. Above the pop bumpers in the Premium Limited Edition models is an animated Krang toy, but that is missing in the Pro. So if you want to see Krang in the middle of the field, well, you're going to have to get something other than the Pro. So the Pro is cool sounding, it's nice to have, but it does sound like you're better off going with probably either the Premium or the Limited Edition if you can find them, if you can even afford them. We'll be getting into the pricing a little farther down. Bottom right of the pop bumpers, the inner orbit lane feeds the ball into the outer orbit lane at the top of the playfield. So you can see goes up here, goes around, and then you got your wire field right there. This is the Pro model right here, so it's kind of your basic thing as well. As you can see, there is no glider right there. Below the inner orbit is the side ramp which returns the ball. This is pretty much the same thing here. Below the side ramp on the stand-up target, which boards more time much like the one in Tommy. Then we come to the right ramp. So it's pretty much going to have a similar look to it. It's got that click glider value in training, just like the left side there. So as you can see, it goes around. You got a few different little things right here. Games only spinner. So that little something like that. I guess that's the only spinner they got in the entire game. To the right of the right orbit is a larger plastic mounted over the shooter lane. Features the 4 turtles and allows the player to choose which turtle they wish to be at the start of the game. So you can pick who you want to be, essentially. I like Michelangelo and Donatello. Those are a couple of my favorite ones. Of course, Michelangelo's kind of crazy, so I think that's why everybody likes him. Chosen turtle gives up certain power-ups to boost scoring and help complete certain features. And then you can spell out April over here just by hitting it. Like the layer target on the left side does pretty much the same thing. Completing April lights the ball save in the left out lane as well as other features. And we're going to go down here, which takes us back to the flippers, above which there's unlabeled status inserts to show your progress through the game. New to the gameplay mode, which allows users to choose various ways to play the game before they begin. So I'm guessing that has to do with picking your turtle more than anything else. Co-op mode allows features and progress to carry across from player to player. Multi-ball locks. Modes completed and enemies defeated carry over, making progress through the game easier. While wizard modes are playable by all players. So there's a lot of different things in here. Team play. Players 1 and 3 versus players 2 and 4. That's actually pretty cool. I haven't heard of that before. Now, the pricing is where it stings. So the Pro model for the USA MSRP, $6,099. Your Premium model, to get a few extra bells and whistles and features, adds about $1,600. So it's $7,699. And then if you want the green limited edition model, $9,099. Now, where can you buy some of these games? Well, I did a little online search. There was a couple places. The Pinball Company actually seems like it's one place that you can actually buy your Pro version as well as your Premium version, which, unlike what this actually stated about the pricing, it's either a little bit higher or quite a bit lower. I didn't see the limited edition on here, but maybe I must have missed that. But as you can see, it is 250 pounds, so you really need somebody to help you move these things around, or have whoever delivers it help you set it up. So, but the pinballcompany.com, that is one place that you can go. They actually have a bunch of other machines here that I may end up going over in a separate video. So, what did you guys think? That's going to be the video. I think this game is an amazing journey back in time for most of us that really enjoyed the Ninja Turtles. So, only issue that I have is the price point. The price point is very, very, very expensive. For many people, $8,500, as you're seeing here, or even, $8,000. That's a car for many people. That is mortgage, a lease, whatever it is that you may want to sign. So these are things that you got to really consider. Can you afford something like this? Whether you do something like, hey, a monthly payment as low as $274 a month, that still stings. Again, that is a car payment for most of us. You also have to consider, do you have the room? Will your wife make you sleep on the couch? Those are all things to take into consideration. I know I have no money. I have no room. I have kind of a small house. And, well, I have no money. So those are like two big things. Just saying. But I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you like some of these newer videos I'm doing, kind of stepping away from the Arcade1up and going to some of these other companies and pinball machines. But make sure you hit that like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications in case you haven't done it yet, so you can see some of these new videos that I'm actually doing. I do hope all of you had an amazing Thanksgiving. I feel like I got fat. No, I'm not fat, but the food was really good. So until next time, guys, game on. Hey, thanks for stopping by my channel, guys. Check out some of my other videos for some of my other Arcade1up videos and my other video game videos. Hopefully you like some of them. Leave a comment for the ones that you actually do watch. Game on.